Hey guys, it's me. I am making lentil meatloaf today. So I'm going to go ahead and get these washed. Let's see. Okay. There we go. So I've just got a bag of lentils. You always got to wash them because they are from the earth. Make sure that they're clean. Got these at Brookshires for about $1.59. And then all my other vegetables, they're like a dollar. So we're going to go into this meatloaf. But I want to get the lentils done first because they take about 40 minutes to cook. They're kind of like a bean in some ways, since they have to be washed and cooked. So we're just going to put that in the crock pot and let it go to work for a while. Okay. Put that on high. Got the lid here. Alright. Okay, the next step is we want to saute our vegetables. So in my blender, I've already got a potato in there. I am going to slice up some squash next. So I'm just going to cut this in kind of big pieces. Pop it into the blender. Because I want it to cook quickly. I don't like big chunks in my meatloaf, but I want to taste the variety and the flavor. So, got my yellow squash. Could also do this with a zucchini squash if I wanted to, but I don't have one. These red potatoes, for a bag of them, they cost me about $3 at the local grocery store. Brookshires is what we have in East Texas. And then the squash is like 50 cents. I've also got some green cabbage, 59 cents per pound. So pretty cheap, super yummy. Really good for you. Again, this is the vegan meatloaf made out of, but we don't eat meat, right? So it's made out of lentils. So I'm just putting my cabbage in here. It's gonna be so delicious. What else do I want? I want mushrooms in mine. So I'm gonna put some mushrooms in here. Probably could just put a lot of those right into the pan because I think I want some of them in bigger pieces, but mostly, like my kid, I have to hide them from him. So I like to put them in here like this. Next up, we're going with the white onion. Gonna chop that up kind of big, put it in here because the blender is going to do most of the work. So great for people who have rheumatoid arthritis or even osteoarthritis and your hands can't do all the cutting that you want. Instead, just put it in a blender. Blend it up. This is my Ninja blender. So you can use your big muscles versus your small joints to run that blender. So you don't have to sit there and hold down a button. So that's what I like about it as a therapist. Next up is my eggplant. I like eggplant a lot. For me, this is like week 2 of vegan eating. I like meat. I used to love meat a lot. Like, it was a huge staple for me, as in most people. But this is nice, what I call a meat substitute, because it gives me like make it things like I used to make, like chicken paragama. Now I'm doing big eggplant paragama and stuff. So I think that's all I'm going to put in. No, I'm going to put some carrots in mine too. I've already got shredded carrots, but I'm just going to throw them in there for kicks. I might put some spinach in here. The beauty about this vegetable medley is that, guess what? You can do what you want. You can put whatever you like in there. What I find is that whenever I put things, even things that I don't really particularly care for, I'm going to put some spinach in there. Things that I don't really care for, sometimes they taste good in a medley. And so that's how I sneak healthy things in for me and my kids to eat. Because I just chop them up super fine when I'm making them. And there it all is. About to get blended. You guys, I'm also going to add a clove of garlic to the mix because it's a really, I love garlic and everything. I used to use like a garlic salt mix, but they have lots of preservatives in them. So I'm going to use fresh garlic in my mix so that I can get some nice fresh taste. And I'm hoping a lot of that'll cook out because that is a lot of garlic for a clove. And then, oh, I know why I did that. Let's see. I wanted to take the big one, actually, and put it into my bowl because you can regrow garlic. So I'm putting it in my bowl of water with my green onions, my cabbage, my celery, to start regrowing those things to cut down the cost of being a vegan, because even though whenever you have a big family, it can be very expensive to buy all these things, especially if they go, if you're like I used to be, if they go bad in the fridge, because you buy the healthy stuff, but you don't really eat it. You know what I mean? So let's see. All right, blend it. All right, all my stuff is blended. I got my olive oil in my cast iron. About to add my vegetable medley in here. Okay. Whew. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm going to season my lentils because I got to have some flavor. I just want to show you the ingredients list on this packet that I got in my local grocery store.
What are you cooking?
Zachary. This is meatloaf without meat. Onions, dextrose, I don't know what dextrose is, salt, spices with paprika, celery seed, and black pepper, hydrolyzed corn, gluten, soy protein, and wheat gluten, garlic, caramel, malted barley, yeast extract, and natural flavor. Okay, so I'm just looking at this for the first time with you guys. This is something I had before I started trying vegan. So I'm happy with all of those things except for soy, because we know soy is linked to cancer. I am going to use a little bit of it today for lack of something better to put into my lentils. Actually, the garlic would probably be awesome, but let's try it. Okay, so here's the thing, okay? If this thing has paprika and salt and celery, black pepper, onions, garlic, you could really just put those in there, okay? So I'm putting celery in here to boil with the lentils because I like it better when it's boiled. I don't really like celery when it's fried like I like these other vegetables. Next up is flaxseed meal, and we use 3 tablespoons and then 1/3 cup of water. We're going to mix that up and then set it aside in the fridge to let it firm up some. And the cool thing about flaxseed is that it works as, especially when it's in a meal like this, it works as like an egg to bind things together, and we're going to need that for our lentil loaf. So these vegetables are still sauteing. I am going to put some of this vegan Earth Balance butter into this because I like my food to be savory. Okay, so I moved my lentils into this pot because I want them to get done faster because I'm working on a time limit here. I went ahead and took my sauteed vegetables. I mixed it with finely ground oatmeal. You could also use a vegan flour. And then this is the lentils. I'm sorry, this is the flaxseed after it sat in the fridge for a little bit. So I'm going to mix these together with 1/3 cup of my lentils. And then, all right, the lentils are in. Look at that. Look at that pastiness. It's mixed in with the other stuff. Veggies are all in there. When it's done, it should look like this. You can give it whatever kind of tomato pasty glaze you want. I'm actually following a recipe today. Let's see what the ingredients for the glaze are. Let's see. Look at all that vegan goodness. Potatoes, mushrooms, and brown gravy. What? Ah! Y'all know what I'm doing next. Where is my dish? Anywho, I'm lining my baking pan with wax paper. I'm going to dump all this stuff in there. I didn't realize that I had a lot more lentils in that pot, so what I went back and did was I added I took it out of the little pot. I mashed it up. I added more carrots. I put a little bit of spinach in there. I added some more celery. And I don't know if you can see that very good, but I added some more whole mushrooms because they'll cook now nicely in this when I put it in the oven, which is on 350. It's going in now. It's on the parchment paper. Because this wax paper you can cook it, and that means this is going to come out of here really nice and easy. I'm going to put it in there, bake it for 30 minutes, be checking on it, and take it out, put whatever tomatoey glaze I want on top of it. Some people use barbecue sauce. I didn't know that, but have fun with that. Enjoy.